Hey, it's Gayleen. Today I'm going to be doing a tutorial on how I do my hair. This is probably going to be the last time that I'm going to be curling my long hair because I'm going to be cutting it. So I just wanted to do this tutorial. I'm going to miss curling my long hair. Also, people have asked me before, Gayleen, how do you do your hair? Well, here's how. Alright, so I'm going to start my tutorial on how I curl my long hair. The curling iron I use is the Hair Styler wand. I think it is 1 inch. I also use a glove, and usually when it comes with the wand, it comes with 2 gloves, but I only use 1 because the one that I wrap the one with in heat, so it doesn't burn my hand. First off, you want your hair dried. Another thing is you're going to use a brush to brush your hair. So after you brush your hair, you're going to part your hair. Usually I know people do the clipping thing and they do their bottom layers, but for me I don't use any of the clips or anything because I feel like I'm gonna get mixed up if I do. I usually part my hair to the side, and then what I do from here is I continue the line and I move it towards the middle. And then I part my hairs in half. Then once your hair is parted on both sides, I brush out the sides again. Make sure your curling iron is plugged and hot. Once your hair is parted to the side, I usually wear my glove on my left hand. That's my wrapping hand, and my right hand is my holding hand. I usually start on my left side, and first off I get my wand. The trick to using a wand, because some people hold the wand upwards and that makes your curls go in a weird direction, not the right direction that most people want to go. What you want to do is point your curling iron downwards so it just wraps around, and wrap it around the direction that you want to curl it. So usually instead of going forward, I go behind my head pointing downwards, and I grab all the hairs first and I wrap it around going outwards, so it'd be, oops. You want to wrap your hair counterclockwise. You want to wrap all of my hair and hold it for a little bit. The purpose of wrapping my hair all in one is so it's kind of preheated and you just have to touch it up to make it go a little faster, so just in case you miss a couple hairs or anything, it's prepared. But once you curled it, and hold it for a couple seconds, and then you do the same thing to the other side. Since my hair is parted to the side, I have more layers on my right side. Or for me, you could either do the 2 whole sides and wrap it. So this one I'm going clockwise, but I part it in 2 sometimes on this side. Usually I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 because the bottom has less layers. And I do this side, put it downwards, wrap it around. What I do is when I wrap it around, I push some of it up. Your hair is pre-curled. Now you're done. Just kidding, they're not. So once it's pre-curled, I usually let this one sit before I brush it out and then do the other side. So I leave the side alone, and the first side that we curled, pre-curled, I'm going to brush it out. And I don't put any hairspray or anything after because my hair doesn't need any product. Okay, so what I just did is I brushed out my hair, and then brush out with your fingers as well after you brush it with a brush. I grab a small portion with my finger with my right hand and scoop your hair. See how I parted it? Just a tiny section of hair. Not super tiny, but enough to wrap it really easy. And I grab it, hold the wand behind my head for my left side, wrap it around. After that, you want to hold it for a little bit. The time that you hold it determines how curly you want your hair to be. If I hold it for super long, the curls are going to be super tight, and if I want to hold it for like a few seconds, it's going to be a little flowier. When I'm curling, I grab the sections that are farthest away from my face. I get the bottom layers first, and I start my way up. Start from the bottom, and now I'm here. Good. After I release the curl, I let it go down. Again, I'm going to grab another bottom layer. When you're grabbing your sections of your hair, some could be a little thicker and some could be not super thin, but a little bit smaller than certain portions, because when I curl my hair, I don't want it like super perfect, if that makes sense. Like, I kind of like it when it looks sort of natural-y. When you hold your hair in the curling position, the time that you use to curl your hair, it differs on how much hair you're curling. I think I'm like halfway done with my hair so far. Another tip for curling your hair, when you let go, is simply guide it with your hand to let it go. You also don't want to let your hair in this curling point for so long, because you don't want to like that girl who burned up her hair. So once this side is done, you don't let it, because it's still kind of hot, so you don't want to brush it out or do anything. Just let it stay there to one side. So once you curl your hair on one side, you don't want to brush it out out with a brush or your hands or anything. You just want to let it sit to one side. What I sometimes do is let all my curled hairs go to the side, like the back, so I don't have to deal with the heat in my face. And then you're going to start on the other half of your hair. Just let the curled part be super curly. Like the other side we brush it out, so you see that they're like soft curls. And sometimes you just want soft curls to brush it out. You can just twirl it to how you originally curled it, and then boom, you got a curl. But for holding reasons, I curl my hair. So like the other side, you brush it out. You want to start from the bottom farthest part away from your hair. And even though it's on the other side, I don't switch hands yet. I don't know, I feel uncomfortable wrapping with my right hand. It's also harder to pick your hair out, or like pick out the sections with my right hand. I wonder how many times can I wrap this? You want to make sure when you curl your hair as well, make sure it's not tangled or anything, because you don't want any knots in your hair. Because for me, sometimes people like to play with my hair and they like to finger the curls. They like to put their fingers in my hair, my curls. It sounds awkward, but that's what we call it, I think. Okay, so once you mostly get most of your side or this side of your hair curled, you have like somewhat your bangs-ish or like frontal part of your hair. This is the part where I'm going to be switching gloves back and forth because it is the front of my hair, so it's easier to wrap, but I just use my right hand for parting. Always make sure your wand is pointing downwards. At this point, it's okay to put your curls and the rest of your hair to the back because you're just doing the front part. I'm going to part it with my finger, like where I think my bangs are. I know I look awkward when I do my hair, but it gets the job done. Usually when I'm doing the top part of this area, I have hair sticking out because there are like definitely shorter parts. Like if you look here, like baby hair sticking out. So what I do is hold it down for a little bit and it's going to be pushed down through the heat and the glove. The last sort of ish part, my bangs, I grab it here, angle down like the other side. These were once my bangs. Now super grown out and they're not really sort of, okay, they're like long side bangs. Okay, with the glove, you still feel the heat, but it's not as bad as not wearing a glove. I don't know how people can curl their hair without a glove, because I would have been like a burn. Alright, now once you've curled both sides, what I do, I put it to the side and see what it looks like. You want your hair to the side. Check out your curls, like, hey girl, I'm good. Check out if you're missing any hairs. Like right here, I have a missing curl, so I'm gonna fix that right now. I don't want to be looking like no throwback Taylor Swift or their super tight curls or anything. So what I'm going to do is, instead of using a regular brush, I'm going to brush my hair with my fingers. Usually I start from the middle area and brush it out. It might seem like it's getting a little poofier at the bottom or a little like out of control. Kind of like how the curls looked when I brushed it out with a brush. So it's going to look like this when you curl it out or brush it out with your fingers. Once you do that, you can see like, alright, this is pretty good. I'm good for the day. I usually check the back and then brush the top with my fingers. Usually the middle part, if I miss anything, I do like certain areas. Like I use the top part of my hair. Like right here, how some of them aren't as curly or the tops aren't. If this area isn't curly, I just use this. Fix those parts. There's also different types of curls. If you want those super tight Taylor Swift curls or whatever, you could twist your hair while you're curling. Or if you want ribbon curls, you want to make sure your hair is flat and when you wrap it, like this front top part right here, where this top part is like flat instead of the other ones. So after you fix like the certain areas, brush it out again, make sure your curls are somewhat even, the areas that need to be curled. Okay, and then I think my hair is done. Yay! Checking out my hair, so make sure I'm not seeing anything sort of stupid from behind. Sometimes I like to redo the front curls too, to make sure it's just like, I don't know, the front, because people look at my face. I think, I don't know if they look at my face, I fix the front part. But I think this is pretty good. So this is what my hair looks like. I kind of like to leave it kind of soft-ish or soft curls at the bottom when I brush out my fingers, or brush out my hair with my fingers, but I could always curl it back to how it once was. Some people think that wondering how curly I want my hair to be or what direction it is, if I want to do full curl like what I did, and I want to see in the front. That's what my hair looks like. Yay! Curled hair. Yay! I don't know why I'm holding the camera sideways, but that's my tutorial for my hair. Yay! Alright, thank you guys for watching this video. Like, comment, and subscribe. It's allergy season. Anyways, thank you for watching my video. When I get my hair cut, I will do a video on that, and I will do a tutorial on how I curl my short hair that I'll be getting. I hope you like this video. If you do, press like. If you want to watch more of me, press subscribe. If you want to make some comments or questions or suggestions, do it and comment. Hopefully I stay more active in posting videos and whatnot. Thank you so much, and okay, bye! Usually if I make my curls go in one direction, Zane doesn't leave. Anyways.